I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little bro, man. And I'ma tell him where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset. Here, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine Monday, this beautiful Maize Monday. As you can see, by the way, you like what we're doing here? Maize out Mondays now. Maize out Mondays. You see my guy's background. Anyway, let's get to it. We got things to talk about today, starting with Michigan landing elite 2027 quarterback Peter Bourque earlier today. Can we get a Ric Flair woo?
Woo! On the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
You probably saw it. I dropped the video earlier. I'm sure other people drop videos. Peter Bourque, elite quarterback out of Massachusetts, is in the 2027 class. This is important, in my opinion, because we have a quarterback early in the 27 class. You can start building that class around the quarterback now. We all know the quarterback's the most important position on the field. He's also the most important position in recruiting because kids want to play with elite quarterbacks. Maniac, what's your thoughts?
No, first and foremost, just like you mentioned, quarterback is the most important, and most recruiting classes start with the quarterback and they build around that, right? He's like, listen, we know we got Brady Smigel, right?
Smigel.
All right, Smigel. We know what we have in the clip right now. We about to unleash them in a couple of weeks, but you have to consistently recruit at a high level, especially at the quarterback position, for the simple fact that if you want to compete for natties, you must have top-tier quarterbacks year in and year out. I love it. Hopefully, again, in this day and age, fellas, that's still 2 years away. A lot could happen, but as of right now, shout to, Peter Bourque, and hopefully he stays on board, man.
Absolutely. Kinetic, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's awesome. Dude's a baller. He fits the profile of what Chip Lindsey likes to run with at quarterback, even more so than Brady Smigel. I no shade at Brady Smigel. I think he's a good quarterback, but this guy fits that Drake May mold,
right.
that Chip loves to run with. And I mean, he's athletic. He's got some speed, some escapability. I heard someone earlier say that he's kind of like the perfect mix of JJ McCarthy and Drake May, which if that's the case, let's go. Like Maniac was saying, I'm always a little skeptical when we get someone committed this far ahead, but assuming that we can hang on to him, getting the quarterback in the class this early, letting him build the entire class around him the way JJ did, the way that Smigel's doing. I mean, it's huge. It's huge to have a top end recruiting class. I'm with it. I like this kid. And again, I'm like a lot of guys. It seems like in the Michigan community in our chat on X, I had heard his name, but I didn't really know a lot about him until the smoke started coming out a couple days ago. And when I looked him up, man, I mean, you can see it right here on the screen. It's pretty damn good.
1000%, man. So he's definitely a quarterback. I talked about this in the video that I made. Can make all of the throws. He's got, like you said, adequate athleticism. Here's a thing that we need to talk about, though, man. Michigan was in on at least 3 top 10 quarterbacks in the 27 class, including the number 1 quarterback in the 27 class, Elijah Haven out of Louisiana, Malachi Ziegler also out of Louisiana. Michigan was in on, who is ranked 1 notch below Peter Bourque on that top 10. What do you guys think this means for those guys? Obviously, for Ziegler, it looks like he's going to go ahead and go to SMU, as Michigan and SMU were his top two. But for Elijah Haven, this becomes very interesting for a couple different reasons, not just for the Peter Bourque reason in 27, but also for the Donald Tabron reason in 28. Donald Tabron is the top-rated quarterback in the state of Michigan in 28. He's the top-rated player in Michigan in 28. And not to say that he's automatically going to get the job over a guy like Bourque or even Brady Smigel, who should still be there. But what does that mean, that competition level, mean for those two guys, and break that down for us?
Yeah, I think Michigan is going to stay aggressive, right? We just saw an example of that with Brady Hart, Carter Smith, right? And who we end up getting, Bryce Underwood. So I think, listen, man, it's a first come, first serve, right? You got to get them while they there. You want to commit to Michigan, come in now. We know Elijah Haven, like you mentioned, the guy is just, bro, it's like he's an animal, right? Who doesn't want him? I mean, he pretty much got an offer for every school. But I think that's not going to stop Michigan for trying to go after him. Because, again, what's going to play the biggest part in most of these recruits? Recruiting. NIL, something Michigan could compete with any school in the country, hands down. So I don't really see that it's going to be a big issue. I mean, it does kind of throw a wrench in things because you're like, but you know what? It's like this. Let me give you a perfect example. You at the club, right? You at the club. You're looking at that 10, right? You're looking at that 10. I need that 10. But listen, if that 8.5 is ready to go home with me, I'm going to put that on the side. I know, right? I know if he's there. I'm going to still go for that 10. But, hey, at the end of the day, I don't lose going home with an 8.5.
Right. No doubt. Kinetic, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I know Elijah Haven is the number one recruit still, I think, for the class.
Yeah.
I think he's a harder pull than Bourque. I think he's a less certain pull. And I think that while I do agree that Haven is the number one, I don't think the gap between him and Bourque is as big as it looks like with the ratings right now. I think you're going to see Bourque get raised up the ratings. I see a lot of people predicting he's going to be a 5-star. So I don't think the gap is huge there. And while I wouldn't, just like other schools are not going to stop communicating with Bourque, I wouldn't stop communicating with Haven, but I also wouldn't push Bourque away if he's a sure thing to try to go after Haven, because like I said, I don't think the gap is that large.
Yeah. Which again could be absolutely right. 2 minutes remaining on this topic, gentlemen. I'll say this: I am happy with Bourque. If we don't get another quarterback in 2027, I'm okay with that. If we get one of those other guys in 27, doesn't look like it'll be Ziegler. But if Haven does commit to Michigan in 27, I'd be okay with that. But I also want to keep an eye out on Tabron. I think Tabron's more important.
We're still good with Tabron. I don't think this affects Tabron at all. In fact, I
don't think this does. But I think if you get two of them, that affects them.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't take two.
But again, so here's that's an interesting thing. I mean, we got 20 seconds here, but look, actually, I think we got a minute 20. But all right, anyway, if you have the, what do they call that? Chickens in hand or something like that. I'm messing this analogy up. I know it. you don't take that. You let one go to.
For me personally, I think the way to go about recruiting now is you go after you take one quarterback in the recruiting class, and if you need a second one for some reason, for one reason or another, that's where you go to the portal. Gotcha. I just think it's, with the way the portal is right now, there's no need to double up on quarterbacks in one class and potentially cause those ripple effects.
A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Yeah, something like that. With George State, fool me once.
I've heard that before, but this is the first time I've actually thought about it. What is that from?
I don't know.
I mean, how does that even make sense?
Fool me twice, but you won't fool me again. All right, we got to move on, gentlemen. People in the chat, let us know what you think. You taking you taking Elijah Haven if he's available, or do you wait for Tabor and let us know in the chat? AP top 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that. I just don't get it. So it's fair. And how the
Oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.